You're now tuned in to the Desire to Trade podcast, a show where we bring you the best figures of the trading world and teach you how you can become a successful trader. This is your host, Etienne Crete.
What's up, trader? It's Etienne Crete, founder of Desire to Trade. Welcome to episode 45 of the Desire to Trade podcast. The episode today is going to be really tactical. It's going to be about how to create a trading plan. I've had several questions about trading plan, and I want to jump in the material really quickly today. I want to show you exactly how you can create a trading plan, and how you can create a trading plan that's not only a huge trading plan, but something powerful that you're going to be able to use in the future. The truth is I see so many people trying to do a plan, but they have no idea how to do it. Or they see those experts online telling them that they have to do a huge plan with several pages. That's not the way it is. So today I'm going to share my story with trading plan, how I used to hate them and really be disgusted about them, to how I now love them. I love my trading plan. I'm going to share the exact process I follow, and by the end of this week, you should have your trading plan written down, if you don't have any. Now if you have a trading plan, make sure you follow the advice today to improve your trading plan, to make sure that you get the best thing you can get. So we'll jump in right away. The first time I heard about a trading plan was online. I heard about it from, an article or something. And really that was something that I had to do. I knew I had to do it. But I didn't want to do it at all. Traders that I was following online at the time talked about the importance of a trading plan and really knowing what you're doing. But the truth is, I didn't want to have a trading plan at all. I just wanted to figure out things as I wanted to and just try to trade as I wanted to trade, basically, without having any rule or any guideline, because guidelines are not funny at all. So I just went in trading, trying to trade myself. And for the first 1.5 years, that's what I did. Just trading without a plan. Let me tell you that it didn't work that great for the first 1.5 years. But the truth is, people online talked about trading plan as something hard and complicated. It's as if it's something that you have to kind of do like a business plan, like something huge, like a lot of work. So that's the main reason why I didn't want to do a trading plan and really put everything on paper. At some point I ended up buying a program in which I had to do a trading plan. That was like one thing in the program. The reality is it took me probably a month to do the whole plan, to put everything down, try to figure out what I had to put in the plan, what things I had to include and what things I had to put away. And that was tough. Like a month of doing a trading plan is really long. Right? So that's something you don't want to do. And then at the end of that month, I had my trading plan on paper. I had it written down. I knew what I was supposed to do, but I had like this huge document of like probably 30 pages of things I had to, like things all included in my trading. And that was really tough for me to kind of figure out. Whenever I wanted to look at my rules, look at my plan, I had to open this huge file on my computer with like 30 pages and then find the right page to know what my strategy was. And then at some point, I started to think about how I could simplify the trading plan. How I could make things like a lot easier, right? And that's what I did. I came up with a principle, which is the one-page trading plan. Now this is really going to be huge. If you're trading at the moment and you don't have a plan, this trading plan might be the answer you need. It might be the thing you need. If you've been trading for a while and you have a plan, simplifying it on one page might be really beneficial for you. It might help you out a lot. It's huge. And if you've been trading for a while and you don't have a plan, or you're just starting out and you don't have a plan, this is something easy to do. This is something you're going to be able to do in probably 1 day or two, for sure. But the thing I like with having my plan on one page is it's really helping you out to know what you're supposed to do. And then you can just stick it on a wall and you have all you need to trade. Like that's telling you everything you need. And that's a good principle. Now, most people are going to try to do this. They're going to organize a few things on a page and they won't know at all what to put on it. they're just going to think that they have to put the rules, but rules are not everything. There's a couple more things you need to put on your plan. Now let's talk for a moment about the goals of a plan. Why do you want to make a trading plan? The first goal, I think, is to get clarity. You want to make sure that you know exactly what you're supposed to do when you have to do it. Because the worst thing you can do is to get to your trading desk or trading platform and just start looking for possible setups, right? Looking for what could be possible to trade that day. That's not the right way to do it. The other way you could do it, and this is when you get clarity, is to get to your trading desk, know exactly what you're supposed to look for that exact thing, and entering trade based on that exact thing. That's the power of a plan. Now it's also a reminder to get back on track. So if ever you take a bad trade and then you see your plan and you kind of realize that this wasn't a good trade, you can get back on track easily, and that helps a lot. So based on all that, I've been thinking about a way to make my trading plan simple, and really simple. When I talk about simplicity, I mean like really, really simple. Because I hate when I have to look at 10 pages or like flip through my notes or stuff to figure out what I have to do. So I came up with this idea of putting my trading plan on only one page, one single sheet of paper. That's it. And this has been really a game changer for me. It really helped me to clarify everything I had to do and to make sure that I had a reminder. You see, the powerful thing with the trading plan on one sheet is that you have a combination between a checklist and a trading plan. Now, we'll dive more into what you have to put on that plan. Because most people are just gonna figure out something, figure out things they want to write, or write a bunch of rules on a paper, and they're gonna think that this is their plan. But I really want to guide you through the exact thing you should put on it if you want to make it powerful. The first thing you want to put on your plan is going to be your vision. It's going to be where you want to go with your trading. Because I see so many people just want to get rich, they want to make money, they want to be successful, but they don't really have a vision, a clear guideline of where they want to go. Now, the moment I decided that my vision was to trade full time, and my vision was to travel, and as soon as I kind of put a date, even if it's not an exact date on this, it really helps. You really get the sense that you're going in that direction. While most people are thinking about making money and just becoming a millionaire tomorrow, I'm thinking about the life I really want to have. And I have this written down. The exact thing I want to do. Don't get me wrong here. It's totally fine to want to be rich. It's totally fine to want to get money. But just make sure that you have a goal and that it's something you can measure, basically. So you really want to make this clear. The second thing you want to have in your plan is going to be the context. That's how I call it. But this is basically going to be what time frame you're trading. What is going to be the trading time? So when are you going to trade? Are you going to trade in the morning? Are you going to trade at night? Are you going to trade the Asian session, the New York session, London session? I think all that has to be defined. And if you haven't thought about that before, you should really put this down. Because the more consistent you get on the time you trade, the easier it's going to be for you to trade at that time. Then the next thing, of course, is going to be instrument you're trading. What pairs are you going to trade? And don't forget that you should only trade pairs that you know well, right? You don't trade anything. That's the funny thing. I talked with a guy recently. He was telling me how he was trading only the major pairs in his trading. But then he decided that he wanted to go into the Brazilian dollar because that might be a good opportunity for him. So he started trading that. But the point here is that pairs are behaving differently, right? You might have different spread. You might have different characteristics, different speed of movement, different volatilities. And if you're not aware of how the pair you're trading behaves, it might be a problem. So you might want to think about that. What ended up happening for this guy is he ended up being stopped out on most of his trades without knowing it, like super quickly, because the pair was moving quicker and the moves were kind of unpredicted. So once you've defined a context, meaning time frame, trading time, and instrument, then you want to move to your strategy. This is going to be the core of your plan. What is going to be your trading strategy? We're talking about the signal, the entry, and the exit. 3 simple things. But you really want to be clear on what is your signal, meaning what do you look for in the market? Then the entry, which is when do you enter? How do you enter? And then the exit, which is going to be how do you exit? Do you have any take profit? Where do you put your stop loss? How many pips is the maximum you're ready to risk per trade? I'm just trying to give you questions. You can really understand the logic behind this, and you can think about your strategy. The thing I can tell you now is that if you don't have an answer to the question I'm asking right now, you didn't plan correctly, and you might want to go back to plan everything out again to make sure that you have something solid on paper. Then the next thing is going to be about what I call support, right? This is going to be what supports all your trading. We're talking about money management and implementation plan. So money management is going to be what percent of your account you're ready to risk per trade. What is your minimum reward to risk? What is your maximum drawdown? How many trades are you ready to lose without doing anything to your trading strategy, without going back and reevaluate? That's really, really important. And then implementation plan. If you didn't implement your strategy yet, what are going to be the steps to implement it? What are you going to do such that by doing it, you know how to apply your strategy and you're confident about it? So for example, whenever I have a new strategy, like I do now sometimes, I backtest it for at least 30 trades. Then I forward test it on a demo account, meaning I'm going to trade it on a demo account for 1 month. That's usually the period I use, unless I see changes. Once I have that, then I can start to trade it. But I might use, and it does depend all the time, I might use a reduced position size. So I might not go all in with my 2% risk. I might go lower than that to start with. And then I'm going to increase. Then I'm going to go further. Because here's the thing. I want to make sure that the moment I get to trading and I implement this, my chances of success are really increased. I don't want to get to trading with fear or lack of confidence in my trading strategy. I want to make sure that when I get to trade, I know exactly how I'm implementing it. And that's why I always write down on my plan what is going to be the implementation plan. How am I going to trade it live? And the last thing you want to have with your one-page trading plan are going to be example of trades, right? So I'm super visual. I like to see things. So the best thing for me is to have a screenshot of my trades, 1 or 2 trades on the back of the plan, just to know exactly what it's supposed to be like. And if I have uncertainty, then I can go back, look at it, and make sure I understand a clear picture. So guys, that's pretty much it for the podcast today. I'm just going to recap a few things that we talked about. For your trading plan, you want to have a trading plan on 1 sheet of paper. It's really what helped me a lot. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you have all the parts we talked about. So having your vision, the context, your trading strategy, and then the support all in your plan. And make sure you have this example of trade at the back of it. I'm not the kind of person who's going to tell you trading is easy. But by doing this plan and by making sure you apply what you learned today, you're taking a huge step towards success. You're really helping you a lot. So guys, I really challenge you this week to make your plan. Make sure that you know what you're doing. And then let me know if you have any question about this. To help you out, I prepared the template for the one-page trading plan. You can check this out on didnt.com/plan. You see the show note for this episode and you'll be able to download the plan for free. And let me know if you like these small podcasts with tactical advice. I'm planning to do more, but I want to know if you guys like them, if you guys get anything out of them. So let me know about that. And it's again my pleasure to bring you this podcast, bring you this episode for free. I like to give my best stuff for free and I'll keep doing it. So connect with me on Facebook, desireToTrade.com/group, and I'll see you soon.